Hello friends. So in this video we are going to discuss about different types of figures in the geometry. Since we are discussing plane geometry, here we are going to discuss about the plane figures. See, plane figures initially nothing but figures which can be drawn on a plane are said to be plane figures. And in these plane figures there are different types of figures and we call them as simple and then closed. As per the shape of the figure, we call those figures as simple figures, closed figures, as well as not simple and as well as not closed, nothing but open figures. See, plane figures. So as we mentioned, plane figures are the figures which we can draw on a plane. Okay, and coming to simple figures, for those figures which don't have any intersection of the curves, any intersection of the figure, intersection of the boundary are called, which don't have those intersections are called simple figures. Okay, for suppose I have a figure like this. Okay, this figure has an intersection here, so this is not simple figure. And for example, if I have a figure like this, okay, so this is a simple figure. Okay, and for example, if I have a figure like this is also not simple. And if I have a figure like this is simple. Why? Because it don't have any intersection and this figure have an intersection. Okay, and in the same manner, for example, if we have a figure like this is what? Simple. See, a simple or not simple is decided by observing the intersection path. See here, we have an intersection in these two figures. So these two figures are not simple. We don't have any intersection of the curves, boundaries of the figures. So we call these as simple and these two are not simple. Whereas coming to the closed, a figure is said to be closed if its initial point and the ending point are equal, then it is said to be closed. This is closed. This is simple figure as well as closed figure. This is not simple and closed, right? Whereas coming to here, this is simple because we don't have any intersections. But it is not closed. It is open figure because starting point and the ending point are different. And coming to here, this figure is not simple because it has an intersection. And it is closed because starting point and ending point are same. And coming to this figure, this is simple figure because it won't have any intersection, but it is not closed because this starting point and this is the ending point. And coming to this figure, this is simple figure because it won't have any intersection, and this is closed figure also because starting point and ending point are same. So to decide whether the figure is simple or not, we need to observe the intersection points. If it have intersection, it is not simple. And to decide whether a figure is closed or not, we need to observe the curve or figure. If the initial point and the ending point are same, then those are closed, otherwise not closed, and we say it as open. So for example, if we have a figure like this, okay, this is what? Simple, because it won't have an intersection, but as well as closed also. This is simple as well as closed. So not simple, closed, simple but not closed, simple and closed. Okay, so these are different types of figures which are simple and which are not closed, and simple, closed, like that. So these are the basic types of figures. Okay, simple, closed. And among these figures, among these plane figures, the figures which are formed, okay, with the line segments, that in the sense I am going to define polygon. A polygon is nothing but a simple closed figure bounded by line segment is called a polygon. For example, if you look here, this is simple as well as closed and it is bounded by line segment, so it is called a polygon. Coming to here, this is also simple, this is also closed, but it is bounded by a curve, so it is not a polygon. So a polygon is nothing but simple closed figure bounded by line segment is said to be a polygon. Okay, so first task is knowing about the figures, and the next task is defining a polygon, and then different types of polygons we have to discuss now. right? So now coming to the concept of polygon. It is polygon is mentioned in two different ways. One way is a simple closed figure bounded by line segment, as we mentioned, and another way is a plane figure bounded by lines, different lines. For example, I have a line, and this is another line, and this is another line. So this bounded region forms a polygon, and specifically we call it as a triangle. For example, a plane figure bounded by four lines. For example, bounded by four lines. These are three lines, and if I draw fourth line, see these four lines will make this region and this region. A plane figure bounded by four lines is called what? A quadrilateral specifically. And in generally, a polygon is nothing but a plane figure bounded by n lines. For example, this is one line. This is another line. Take one more line, another line, another line, another line. Like this, if you form, the bounded region formed by all these n lines will form a polygon of n sides, right? So among these polygons, we have different types basically. The first type of the polygon is, basically we have two types. One type of polygon is concave polygon, and the other case is convex polygon. Concave polygon means in any polygon which is formed by different lines, it forms different angles also. For example, I have a polygon like this, a polygon having 5 sides. It has 5 vertices as well as 5 angles also. Okay, this is one polygon. So in that polygon, if all angles are less than 180 degrees, it is said to be concave polygon. Whereas coming to convex, one of the angle is more than 180 degrees. If one of the angle is more than 180 degrees, we call it as a convex polygon. For example, if you have a polygon like this, okay, and if you calculate this angle is more than 180 degrees. So these type of polygons are said to be convex. Whereas if I have a polygon like this, okay, here every angle is less than 180. So these type of polygons are said to be concave. Basically, polygon is a plane figure bounded by n lines. So surely it has n angles. If all the measures of all the angles are less than 180, we call them as concave. If any one angle measurement is more than 180, we call them as convex. These are two different types of polygons. And another classification is, there are some polygons in which all the angles are equal. Those polygons are said to be equiangular polygons. Equiangular polygons are the polygons in which all the angles are equal. The name itself is suggesting equiangular. All the angles are equal. And another classification is regular polygons. Regular polygons. Regular polygons means a polygon in which all sides equal as well as all angles are also equal. So regular polygon means all equal sides, whereas all equal angles. Okay, so this is another classification of polygons. So in most of the cases, we come across with regular polygons as well as with the polygons. And there are different angles in a polygon, as we mentioned. And in the next video, we are going to calculate sum of all those angles and each angle of a regular polygon and different names for the polygons. Everything we are going to discuss about polygons in the next video. And in this video, we discussed about plane figures, simple figures, closed figures, specifically polygons, and among the polygons, convex polygons, concave polygons, equiangular polygons, as well as regular polygons. Right? Thank you.